Sports Video Group's Jason Dackman. We're at the RSN Summit in Chicago. I'm with Pac-12 Networks' Leon Schweir. Leon, thanks so much for joining us. Appreciate it.
Welcome. Good to see you, Jason.
Now, Pac-12 Networks has been extremely busy, obviously, since the launch a few years ago, and each year brings more and more stuff. One of the interesting things that we saw this past academic year was some of the cool stuff you did with live streaming on Facebook and Twitter. Can you kind of go back over some of the stuff that you did first with Facebook and then with Twitter and what you learned from that?
Sure. So we, as always with these things, didn't jump in, get the toe wet first.
Right.
So with Facebook, it was taking our knowledge, what we already know about digital content, that the natural fly-on-the-wall approach is one that often works. We also tried, what if we try to curate the content with announcers and stuff like that for behind-the-scenes things? And we find there's a balance there. So we try to do stuff that would give fan experience. So it's whether it's the band going into the stadium, or I remember we did University of Washington football team's ritual when they got off the bus. They have this whole thing they do on the field early. We did for 10 minutes on Facebook Live. And so we felt like we hit a rhythm, and the numbers we were getting also encouraged our production group to get involved with this. So we got to the point where we were doing gymnastic warm-ups. We do track and field, so we'd have like Devin Allen, who was an Olympian, his warm-up routine, which we'd advertise. And that's the beauty of the Facebook platform, is they have the analytics to know if it's University of Washington or University of Oregon, they can get those notifications out to that crowd that would be most interested in it.
Right.
So.
And what about on Twitter as well? I know some of the live streaming was very cool there. That was a big step forward.
So we, as always, you realize sometimes the announcements don't take a while before the reality comes. So Twitter had announced, ironically, NFL's Thursday night game, us and maybe two other partners. They, I think, feel the pressure of making sure those NFL games went so well that we were delayed for almost a month and a half before we finally got a stream going. The good thing with Twitter was they quickly did a learning curve, which helped us. So we were letting schools kind of experiment. Tell us what you can do for Twitter, tell us what you can do for Twitter. And if I was to tell the schools, you need to do this, this, and this, they would say, well, where's our equipment, where's our money? But being able to say, Twitter thinks you need multi-cameras, you need to have two announcers, you need better graphics. That allowed us to work with the schools to improve the quality of those streams. And so we feel by the end of the year, we had 2 or 3 schools that just went so much better than what they used to have in terms of their streams. So regardless of whether it was on Twitter or just on regular .coms, that was the big improvement, I think, for the year.
Yeah. And what about looking forward? I mean, you said you learned a lot over this last season. Can we expect anything more next season?
Yeah, I think we're going to continue along the same paths. I think there's more interest in more companies now. Facebook's interested in events. Twitter's still interested in events. There's talk about, whether Amazon's interested in events. We still have about 2,000 events we don't televise, so there's lots of inventory. And then on the Facebook side, we really believe we learned how to give an entertaining experience on Facebook Live, plus at the same time promote our games and create the interest in the game.
And drive to the linear telecast.
And live telecast.
Right. Cool. Well, Leon, thanks so much. We really appreciate all your help.
Great to be here.
Stay tuned to sportsvideo.org for more news from the RSN Summit all week.